Hello viewers, আজি আমি খান ইয়াতে supermarket BJP office district BJP office Dimapur ইয়াতে আহিনা আছে আৰু আমি খান জানকাৰী পাই আছে কি ইয়াতে BJP খান ইয়াতে press conference একটা দিবলৈ আছে আৰু এই press conference address কৰিব নালিন কলি national spokesperson deputy CM Nagaland Patton আৰু John Parla union minister for minority তাকান তিনজন বড় এই press conference দিবলৈ আছে কৈছে আইবি ইটো লাগা detail জানকাৰী আমি চাই চাও
The Bharatiya Janata Party Nagaland State would like to extend a warm welcome to all our press and media friends from Dimapur. You've been extending your cooperation and positive response even over a short notice, and so we are very grateful. As mentioned earlier in the notification, today's press conference will be addressed by our Honorable Union Minister of State, Sri Barlaji, John Barlaji. Also, it will be addressed by our Honorable Deputy Chief Minister and BLP leader Sri Patton. The press conference will also be addressed by Sir Nalin Koliji, who is the national spokesperson and probably in charge of Nagaland. So, without much further ado, I will hand over the rest of the time to our Honorable Union Minister of State, John Barlaji.
Let me make some introductory comments,
Okay.
then they can add. Thank you very much for coming to our Dimapur office, where, for your information, just to let you know, this is the office where we are doing the entire programming of the various star campaigners that we have coming from the center or in the state. Yesterday, our national president, JP Nadda ji, attended a joint rally along with Chief Minister Rio, Deputy Chief Minister Patton ji, our State President Imna Along, myself, and my colleague Rituraj Sinha, who's National Secretary and co-coordinator of the Northeast. That program in Kohima was the first joint campaign between the BJP-NDPP candidates and the leadership. Importantly, it was also an occasion that sent out a clear message to certain political parties that see confusion between the NDPP and BJP. There is no confusion. It's a 40-20 alliance. Both sides are committed to the alliance, and the candidates who are contesting the election on NDPP seats or on BJP seats, they are the joint candidates of the alliance. After that, today, we had a very, very good day of campaigning with Mr. Patton, our Deputy Chief Minister, Mr. John Barla, our Union Minister of State for Minority Affairs, and we went to 3 places. Seochung Sitimi to campaign for our Kashio Sanktam, then Noklak to campaign for Haing, and finally Tuinsang Sadar 1 in Tuinsang to campaign for Bashang Chang. All 3 were very well attended meetings addressed by Barlaji and Pattonji. Our message in all 3 meetings was about the manifesto and our agenda of peace and development. And also, specifically in Noklak, I had the occasion of dispelling the confusion being created by certain rebel candidates on other political emblems like the NCP and others, that they are the official candidates being supported by the NDPP. This is false. And I said it in Noklak clearly. Haing is the candidate for the BJP and the NDPP, and there is no other candidate. I made this clear in my address there. Because certain vested political interests are keen to somehow try to send a message so that they can get votes. But with the star campaigning of our Deputy Chief Minister and John Barlaji, We are very happy with the response that we saw, and the BJP believes that the people of Nagaland will bless the formation of an NDPP BJP government again in 2023 for the 14th Assembly elections. One last thing, a whole galaxy at one end, while Deputy Chief Minister Patton, Balaji and other union ministers are coming over the next few days. There is a whole galaxy of BJP leaders who are coming to Nagaland. We will keep apprising you as their programs get final in advance. And we are also looking at opportunities where we will jointly campaign some senior leader of the BJP along with Chief Minister Rio. Those dates also we will announce when those modalities are worked out, which seats and which dates. So thank you once again. Deputy Chief Minister, I will request by Patton ji if he would like to add something. Needless to say, I would say on a lighter note, and then I'll request John Balaji, that wherever Patton ji has spoken, he has got the crowd very excited with all the points that he raised in his speech. Patton ji.
Thank you to all of you. Though we gave a short notice, you could train us. Here, I just want to say that since it is already launched by our Honorable Chief Minister and our National President J.P. Naddaji yesterday, we visited 3 places as mentioned by our national spokesperson. There, I have clearly told my workers and public of those 3 places that some constituency, there are rumors, propaganda that in NPB, NCB, JTU, they are also alliance with NDPP and BJP. I said nothing. Even if they are elected, we are not going to accept them. We will not welcome them because NDPP and BJP, we are going to get a thumping majority. We are going to form the government under the leadership of Honorable Chief Minister Sri Nipi Ryu. I told them that we don't want to have that 2013 to 18, that every month crisis after crisis. I don't want to go again to Kazaringa. Yeah. For the last 5, for that 2013-18, we could not meet even our own wife. So I told them that we are going to have absolute majority, thumping majority, BJP and NDPP. So I requested, appeal to them to vote for BJP and NDPP. So hopefully we will be getting 40 plus. So we don't need any small political party. So under the visionary dynamic leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister and our Home Minister, with this 5 years from 2018 to 23, so many development activities taking place, free of rice, water, and the most important thing is done by our Home Minister Amit Shah ji, lifting of Armed Special Power Act from 15 police stations in Nagaland. So it is a great achievement for our BJP under their leadership. There is no issue for seat sharing now, since our central leaders, they have decided we'll have to abide by the central leaders' decision. So there was some issue, but now I appeal to all the BJP ticket seekers to cooperate with the present arrangement and support NDPP and BJP to have our own government. Thank you.
Before John Barlaji speaks, I thought I must introduce and point out something. John Barlaji came for in between 1 or 2 days campaigning. As Union Minister of State for Minority Affairs, we are getting more and more demand in the state of Nagaland for him to campaign more. And he has been very kind to extend his stay today. And now he's extended it even tomorrow because 2 more constituencies said we would like John Barlaji to come.
Yeah.
So we are very thankful to him. One interesting aspect which we got to know only in the campaigning today. John Barlaji was a pastor
Yeah.
before he joined the politics. And he then was a man, as he said, was earning 5,000 rupees a month. And what a story. A pastor, then he was working with the poor, earning 5,000 a month. He was offered the ticket of the BJP, he became an MP. And today, Prime Minister Modi has made him the Minister of State for Minority Affairs. So I thought I would be doing injustice in not giving his full introduction. Otherwise, we would not even know about it. Thank you, John Barlaji.
I came before 3 days before, and I have already visited Assembly constituency, 6 constituency already I have visited. And what I have seen, people of Nagaland, whenever I go for campaigning, huge gathering, crowd, that means people of Nagaland, they accept the Modi. They accept our Honorable Chief Minister Rio. They accept the leadership of our Deputy CM Y. Patton. And they accept the BJP. That's why we have seen huge gathering from every village. Whenever they listen, the central minister are coming, BJP central leader are coming. That means you have seen huge gathering. Today also I have seen huge gathering. That means they accept the leader of Modi. They want development. And before you have listened with our Deputy Chief Minister what he has told. What before going and now what is going on. Only our Pradhan Mantri always used to say Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas and Sabka. These 4 sentences, everything we know about. So I want to tell, we have to united. Without united, we cannot development. And now only Modi is there. Modi hai to mumkin hai. Otherwise no one can development this area, this state. Only Modi can. So before no any minister came and no prime minister. 50 times already our prime minister visit in northeast. 400 times already our ministers visit in different place in remote area. Suppose I am a minister of minority, but I want to say, I want to aware people of Nagaland. 98% non-Christian are there, but they are now, yes, after coming our government, we have done many things to development. And tomorrow, through our ministry, there is many things to do. We can make hospitals, school, college, stadium, community hall, health centers, skill development, coaching center. We can do through our ministry. So I will come again and again in leadership of our Chief Minister and Deputy Chief Minister. Tomorrow we will get development of this area. Without Modi we cannot. And now the people of Nagaland, they have already accept. And tomorrow also I am here. I will go to 3 places, and after that I will go to Nagaland, and again I will come. And after formation of the government, I will come for development week. We will do many development from the central government. Neighboring state, we have seen many development through our ministry. And next I will come, I will aware with our ministry.
Open the house for interaction and questions. If there are any questions that you want to take.
This is for our Minister of State. So this is from Nagaland News Network. This question. This is regarding the JDSSM, the Janjati Dharma Sanskriti Suraksha Manch, the RSS-backed JDSSM. That has been, it's been going a little haywire in Assam, where the Christians are being delisted. And you're a perfect person now, I would say, after learning that you have been a former pastor. So how sure is the BJP that it will not affect Nagaland, where minority, the Christians, the tribal Christians will not be affected? And amending the Article 34.
Now what is happening? All what before in COVID also what our Modi has done for the country, for all over India. The people knows, and people of Northeast, they accept the leadership of Modi, and the against people, against party, what they are empty now. All used to say Modi, Modi, Modi. Modi hai to mumkin hai. Now Christian also saying same thing. And against party, वो र्यूमार फैला रहा है. ये र्यूमार फैला रहा है कि बीजेपी क्रिश्चियन एंटी. I am a Christian. Already our spokesperson already have said. Before there is no leadership in our central. Now whatever events, because we Christian people are far from the politics. That's why in central also nobody is there. Now I am by blessing by Modi.
A representation has been sent by the
And I am the bridge our community. Whatever issue, whatever grievance, tomorrow we will solve this problem in leadership of Modi. Only Modi can do. No other party. So we have to believe what I have the 4 sentence you सबका साथ सबका विकास सबका विश्वास. We have to believe no other party. To whom today I will believe? Our Christian people which party we have to believe? Nobody there. Only they are thinking only for chair, not for common people, not for our minority. What Modi want to do? Already yesterday our national president already launched. How many you have know? You know very well. Only Modi can do all this development.
So I'll answer your question direct.
Yeah.
Since your question was specific, that is not the BJP agenda. There is no question of such an agenda. These are constitutional provisions. We stand for the constitution. I would also like to point out that there is a pattern that we notice in elections of the Northeast when it comes. Often such kind of either fake or other news plants take place. For example, in Meghalaya, a letter was circulating allegedly by the BJP against Valentine's Day. It was fake, fabricated, forged. Our state president filed a police complaint. And certainly, it has nothing to do with the BJP agenda. Same about your question. This is not the BJP agenda. I can say as the national spokesperson, after being 20 years in the party, I have not come across this organization or met with them. They may be an organization, they may be working somewhere, I don't know. And I have not been in a single meeting in 20 years, and I'm in charge for 4 states in the Northeast since 2012. Never been in any discussion in the BJP where we've entertained such a thought.
But why is it being allowed?
So what is being allowed?
Our BJP, suppose the Assam Chief Minister, Himanta Biswa Sarma, he is allowing such things to happen
Dr.
in his state.
Himanta Biswa Sarma is not allowing such things. See, madam, let me first, as a lawyer, help clarify a few things. Article 19 gives us the freedom of expression and speech, correct? So if I have the freedom of speech, so do you, so does somebody else. If you curb on somebody, you can disagree with somebody's point of view, but you can't stop somebody from having a point of view. The opposition is always making an allegation on the BJP that we don't allow people to have a point of view. This is some organization's point of view, let it be. This is not the BJP. What matters is the BJP. And I'm saying it on the record. This is not our agenda. This has not been discussed ever in the BJP in my 20 years and being in charge of 4 northeastern states, because I'm talking for the northeast now since 2012. And why should we be concerned about any organization anywhere with their demand? There are 50,000 organizations with 50,000 demands. What matters is what is our agenda, and our agenda is what John Barlaji just said: Sabka Sath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas, Sabka Prayas. There is no such agenda at all. I am rejecting it outright.
Against party, they have no agenda. Only this agenda, Hindu, Christian, only they. No development. They are not talking about development. Only divide and rule.
Next,
And what we are seeing already yesterday,
Barlaji.
our
Next, we had another question. I thought I'll answer that and finish it up. You had a question?
Yeah, the Congress has alleged that the states in India, the states where BJP is ruling, has not done anything. I'll just cite an example: the Madhya Pradesh, the Uttar Pradesh area, where the statues of Jesus Christ was torn or smashed on Christmas Day itself, and then they have alleged that the BJP has not done anything about it. So, what are your comments on that?
Give me a moment, because I'm looking for something interesting that I dug out. Yes, thank you. The Congress party only fabricates stories to attack the BJP. They have no agenda of their own. They are also struggling for the last several decades to launch their own leader. So they have a leadership crisis, an agenda crisis, a party crisis. But that is their issue. It doesn't bother us. We are clear that our agenda is development, what Prime Minister Modi has said for the centre, and the double engine government. For those who say that the BJP is anti-Christian, it's hollow words, because they ignore the real work done by the BJP for all communities, including the Christian community. I just introduced John Barlaji as a former pastor and a devout Christian, a Catholic, who's the Union Minister of State for Minority Affairs. Second, when the church was bombed in Sri Lanka, Modi ji was the only first global leader to go there. He interacts with the respected Pope. Globally, he's seen to be one who stands for these values. The Congress party, in its government in Chhattisgarh, would do well to explain why there are attacks on Christian Adivasis there. In Jharkhand, why is Jharkhand, where the Congress is in government, considered the 4th most dangerous state for Christians? That's a Times of India report of August 3rd, 2020. The Christian Adivasis report them being attacked in Chhattisgarh is a frontline report of January 12th, 2013. So the Congress would do well to remember, if they point one finger in front, they end up pointing 3 towards themselves. The difference in the Congress party's campaign in Nagaland and the BJP's is, we have performed, we are going to the people. They come sit in press conferences and abuse the BJP. They are entitled to follow a campaign of abuse, while we believe our campaign will be telling the people and informing the people of Nagaland our vision for their development. Patton ji, aap kuch jodna chahenge isme?
Here, when you mention about Congress, I just want to add one point. See, during Congress rule under the Prime Ministership of Manmohan Singh ji, he was a Rajya Sabha member from Assam, our neighboring state. 10 years as a Prime Minister, he have not visited Nagaland even once. Now, under the Prime Ministership of Narendra Modi ji, he came 2-3 times. Every month, he is sending union ministers, 4 or 5 union ministers in our state, and when we have a meeting, discussion with Prime Minister, he always mentioned that when Northeast is developed, the entire country is developed. So, blaming BJP by Congress, it is all rubbish. Because of that, since Prime Minister Manmohan Singh could not visit even once in Nagaland for 10 years, here in Nagaland for the last 10 years, not a single Congress MLA, I think you must have come across, not a single Congress MLA from Nagaland. So there is no question of BJP harassing, torturing President. It is just a rumor and propaganda, and it is doing by the party, I think, not by BJP.
Any last question? Otherwise,
Yeah. What's up?
yes, sir.
In regard to what she asked and to your response, you have said that you are not against, the BJP is not against education and you haven't had a talk with that party.
I'm answering that first again in 4 sentences so that it's clear. That is not our agenda.
Yeah.
We are not concerned with anybody else's agenda. The BJP is not looking at any such agenda of saying STs, etc. should be travelled, because that is a constitutional position. I am not going to speak on the agenda of somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah.
As simple. Now ask your question.
Thank you.
Now ask your question.
Why there is no official statement?
Sorry?
Why there is no official statement?
Why should there be? I am saying on an official press conference, why should there be an official statement?
Just now, because she asked.
So what? No, but you see, madam, I will like to clarify this. I've been only 30 years in the media and 20 years in the party. Every morning, somebody gets up and says something. We can spend the rest of our lives sending out statements on something said by someone, or we can do our work and tell people what our agenda is. I'm concerned with telling my agenda and doing my work. The Congress party's agenda is to come up with statements every day. We don't want to be like the Congress.
That's it.
That's as simple. We don't have to. But this is my official press conference and that's my official party stand. That's all that matters. You don't need it in writing. I'm saying it. You are recording it on camera.